Ever felt a sudden nudge to act, like an inner voice urging you to make a move right now? This week on our podcast, we dive into what it means to respond at once when prompted by a higher calling. Are you ready to explore the power of immediate action and miss the opportunities that come with hesitation? Tune in to discover how being present in the moment can change your life and the lives of those around you. Today's episode is brought to you by the new LoFi single entitled Zarephath by Vooch, which is available now as a pay-what-you-want, high-quality MP3 file. All proceeds goes towards providing meals for those in our community. Visit our website to grab your copy today and support a good cause. Welcome to Slow to Speak with Vooch podcast, where deep conversations thrive. I'm Vooch, and I'm happy to share another LoFi Fridays edition with you. This week, I'm continuing my study of the life and times of Elijah. Last week, I looked at verses 7 and 8, and on this week, I'm going to be focusing in on verse 9 and discuss some of my takeaways from that scripture. I'm going to read 1 Kings chapter 17, verses 9 through 12 for context, so let's jump right in. Sometime later, the brook dried up because there had been no rain in the land. Then the word of the Lord came to him, "Go at once to Zarephath, to the region of Sidon, and stay there. I have directed a widow there to supply you with food." So he went to Zarephath. When he came to the town gate, a widow was there gathering sticks. He called her and asked, "Would you bring me a little water in a jar so I may have a drink?" As she was going to get it, he called, "And bring me, please, a piece of bread." "As surely as the Lord your God lives," she replied, "I don't have any bread, only a handful of flour in a jar and a little olive oil in a jug. I'm gathering a few sticks to take home and make a meal for myself and my son, that we may eat it and die." So we have it here in 1 Kings 17, verse 9. The Bible reads, "Go at once to Zarephath in the region of Sidon and stay there. I have directed a widow there to supply you with food." God called Elijah to go at once, no delay. No, let's wait until the weekend once my schedule clears up, or we'll get to it next week. It was go at once. This prompt to go at once is like a stage prep, sending you out on stage at the right time for your entry into that scene. God sees all the moving pieces on the whole world playing field and knew that Elijah needed to leave at once in order to arrive right in time, right on that scene as the widow was gathering sticks. Now, roughly, this was about 100-mile journey from the Kerith ravine to Zarephath. On top of that, Zarephath was a Gentile country that belonged to Sidon, where Jezebel's father was the king of Sidon. Basically, God was sending Elijah into enemy territory. So the question is, what do we do when God prompts us to go at once? What do I do when God says, lend a hand and help in this situation, or help this person? Reach out to so-and-so and see how they are doing. Say hello to that person in the line at the store with you. Open up that door for that person walking into this building with you, etc. Do I go at once and do what the Spirit is prompting, or do I delay? Do I question what God is saying, like, hey, here's a nice gesture for you to do? Or, hey, you really need to get involved with this situation? Or, like I said, do I delay? Do I disregard it as, I don't have time for that right now. I'm on a busy schedule. I really need to keep things moving. What do I do? I think sometimes we don't understand how critical our response time is to the Spirit's prompting. We think that the same opportunity will come back around someday, or that the prompting is not that important to be addressed. However, what if Elijah delayed a missed opportunity to not only receive assistance from God through the widow, or to provide assistance to someone else going through a hard time in their life? I can look back at a lot of missed opportunities in my life where the Spirit prompted me to do something, only for me to delay or to refuse it. For one, to have more spiritual conversations with my grandmother before she passed away. And it's been like over a year now. To have spoken to the girl at the bus stop before she passed away. To not have been so caught up in what I thought was important or the things that I had going on. To not to be so wrapped up in my own life, to really to respond to the Spirit's prompting and to be a part of those opportunities in order to assist in other people's lives. I missed those opportunities. And there's many more. I can go on and on. But those are the things that come to mind when I think about this going at once. And, you know, as we just wrap up another Lo-Fi Friday edition, I just want to just ask, what has the Spirit been prompting you to do this week? And how did you respond? Did you go at once? Did you delay? Or refuse the prompting? And what is your take on the phrase "at once" in verse 9? I invite you to look up all the different times the Bible uses the phrase "at once" and develop a deeper conviction when God prompts you to go at once. Well, I hope these reflections resonate with you as you approach the weekend. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this episode. Also, visit us at slowtospeakwithvooch.com and make sure you download our new lo-fi single entitled Zarephath. Until next week, stay inspired and let's keep the conversation going. Vooch out.